Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sophie. This is my car.
At Pink Beamer, by the way, because there's pink stuff.
Okay, you go poke your eye out, and we're gonna go put this back together.
Alright, sounds good. So I'm going to show you guys how to change springs, or change strut tubes on a McPherson strut style tube. Essentially what you're going to do, you're going to put a clamp, like that, on your springs. You're going to compress your springs as far as they'll go. Then there's a bolt right there, and you're going to take that out. But you won't be able to do that unless you either clamp this strut tube, or you put a socket on top of there, and then use a hex key to put inside the hole, and hex, or basically twist the hex tube until the bolt comes out. So we're going to attempt to take the springs off of this one. I already did it on this side. Back here working on this over here.
Yeah, it's all the way down.
Do you want me to step on it?
You got a pink spider too. I'm pretty dope.
Look at that.
It probably wouldn't have hurt to have you stand on it and have her push it in.
Probably.
That just sounds painful though.
Did you put the dust cover on the top of the thing?
Dust cover?
The little...
Oh, no, not yet.
Not yet.
I'll get to that. Because you can put it into the top of that.
Alright, so...
Is that tearing out? What? Or is that bent? No, it's just...
No, you're good.
There was some really nice reinforcements on ECS tuning that I really wanted, but I decided I probably don't need.
Okay.
Strut tube brace, get one.
Basically, while that's in place, there's little notches on the bottom of it to get it centered back in. You're gonna have to pick up the whole assembly.
Oh yeah, up here. There's a little hole right there.
Yep.
And he needs to guide that in. Go up, forward. Actually, here.
You good?
Uh-huh.
I just ripped my pants. Okay, the 3 bolts for that are in the tray. I'm really happy I'm on this volume right now.
Okay, they're on. Ish.
On enough. Okay.
Cool. That's how you put struts in. Alright, back to time bomb. Over here. First things first, we want to find an uppermost place to get as much spring and a spring compressor as possible. So, I'm going to look around it. It looks like this is the top of this one. We can probably go to about right there and about right there. So that's as much spring as we can possibly grab. Okay, so just like that. And then the next one, we're just going to put on these two to kind of compress this side. It's going to be uneven compression, but it's not going to affect anything because essentially you put these clamps in which hold the spring in place. So there's this holding this spring and then this one holding this spring. Otherwise you're playing a time bomb and Jack in the Box thing. So I'm going to tighten, or I'm going to throw the other one on the other side. I'll show you guys what it looks like. I have both of them on both sides and we're ready to compress the spring. We're going to start from this side, we're going to start from this side. We're going to put a 17 millimeter socket on that and essentially just tighten that down and then tighten this one down as far as it'll go. And then we'll go back over to this side and just tighten it until we can see the strut tube start to compress, and then we're safe to take the top bolt out, which will then release everything up here that's holding the spring down. But since your spring will be compressed, it won't cause it to shoot out or anything like that. Unless you're feeling frisky, and then you can just not do the spring compressor thing until after you're done, and just watch everything fly out like I did with the other video that I showed you guys. Alright, as you can tell, the spring is compressed. We've got some gap down here, and a little bit more gap up here, but the strut tube has compressed itself, so we're ready to take the bolt out of the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a pair of vice grips on the bottom of this, since this one's used, and then just clamp it down, make sure it's tight so that doesn't move. Then figure out what your socket size is down there, which this one is a 22. Where's my socket? There it is. Just like that. It's a little loose. It's supposed to be 21, but I don't have a 21 anymore because I lost it. Because I'm an idiot. Ah. Get your Ooga Dooga machine. Just throw that on there. Alright, that bolt's out. Top hat off. Okay, usually there's some washers in here. And recommend getting a new top hat because these get worn out because there's ball bearings in there, as you can see. And which she has done. Oh, it's right here. So now we're just going to take this plate off. Save this one because you're going to reuse this, and make sure you keep the rubber on there or else you're going to have some grinding noises, which sound terrible. Then take your vice grip off. Take your spring out. Boom, shakalaka, done. Since we have new dust shield, new stopper, everything, we're just going to throw this to the side because we don't need that anymore. And grab the new strut tube. Since the strut tube comes with a new nut, always use the new nut. Since these are a Teflon coated end, you see that blue there? That's Teflon, helps seal the bolt up top instead of using Loctite or whatever. First thing we're going to do is take this, actually just take all of this off because we don't need it. Take that off. Throw that on there, just like that. And just go around until you find it. It's right there. Boom, just like that. Okay. Now we're going to throw the spring back on and tighten everything down.
Of in here that you didn't get?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
So, sorry about not getting the ending of that video, but it corrupted, and sorry, but not sorry. But it's reassembled, and I told you guys how to do it, and it's back the way it should be.
Wait, there's something very important. E46, there's a little notch because it's idiot-proof. Make sure the notch goes in the notch.
Oh yeah, by the way, that's not in the notch.
Oh, we did that in the last video. We made sure it was there.
It's okay.
That's what you were recording.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one, that little hole there.
That's not lined up. Yeah, that one needs to be lined up.
It's not lined up?
Don't do that, Nate.
We'll line that up when we move the rest of it up.
Oh, and just in case I didn't put a little caption, here's the Instagram. Because that's handy.
Because some people actually Instagram sticker their own cars instead of us, and we're just like, no, you can figure it out.
Yeah, like, here's a NGOL sticker that you can figure out on your own.
Yeah. Or it's like, that Mark II's really sideways. Add sideways Mark II.
Hey, that's pretty handy. I'll put that in right here. Not in the description.
Right here.
I'm going to stop this video before it corrupts as well. Alright, so now that her car has been done being worked on and her front suspension is in, I went and test drove it. It runs good, except for I tried to do a U-turn in it and the traction control turned on. But she's now going to run one of our stickers on her car because she has to, because it's required as payment other than vodka and, what was the other stuff?
Angry Orchard.
Angry Orchard. So pay us in vodka will work, or pay us in alcohol will work on your car. So, what do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome! Hey, you're supposed to say you're welcome with me. I hate
Yeah, I missed that.
God damn it. Alright, but the BMW's done. Drives good. Suspension's stiffer. Essentially, she put Bilstein strut tubes and kept her lowering performance strings, which are by H&R, which I highly recommend. I've seen nothing but good reviews on them. And I think that's the end of this video. So now, in true drifter fashion, zip ties come in handy.
My old hood, the kidneys one of them had screws through here, and then this one had a zip tie running from like here back to this little doodad.
Nice.
Oh, you're filming?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Close your head.
No.
Close up. We're good. Hey, just stay. We're good.
Yeah, that's how you do BMW. Okay, that
Still recording?
yeah.
I'm gonna go home and snuggle my cats.
Oh, you're not gonna talk about how you need to take your dogs out to pee on video?
Oh yeah, I gotta take my dog out to pee.
There you go. Okay.
I can't even right now.
And as always,
Stay sideways.
oh, you guys are dunces.